Back here on NK Sports, here getting ready for the tip-off here between, or sorry, not tip-off, but the first serve here between the Arooshie Raiders and the Houston Wildcats here on NK Sports. And introducing the Houston lineup, introducing the non-starters here.
Number 8, Cheyenne Stengel. Number 13, Aubrey Johnston. Number 17, Marissa McDermott.
As we
Number 31,
get ready to go here.
The starters tonight.
And starters for Houston.
Number 5, Katie Meyer.
Number 5, Katie Meyer.
Number 11, Kayla Winter.
Number 11, Kayla Winter.
Number 12, Lexi Harding.
Number 12, Lexi Harding.
Number 16, Ella Krim.
Number 16, setter Ella Krim.
Number 26, Olivia Burks.
Number 26, Olivia Burks.
Number 27, Addie Maurer.
Number 27, Addie Maurer.
Number 22, Emma Duncan.
Rounding out the lineup is number 22, libero Emma Duncan. Their head coach is Lauren Vagadis.
And now for your Arooshie Raiders.
Now the home team, the Arooshie Raiders, wearing these cut-off uniforms. For some reason, we've seen this as a trend among teams in high school volleyball. I seem to bring wear it as well. That some are wearing leggings playing as well, so that's been a trend among the high school volleyball this year. It's been a new trend here as the non-starters for the Raiders are being introduced.
The starters tonight for Arooshie.
And the Arooshie starters. Number 1, Celeste Borchers.
Number
2, Senior Carly Scott.
Number 4, Senior
Ronnie Poling.
Number 5, Senior Emma Dayport.
Number 5, Senior Emma Dayport.
Junior Emma Mullenkamp.
Number 11,
And number 12,
Junior Emma Mullenkamp.
Hazel Francis.
12, freshman Hazel Francis.
Number 0, sophomore.
Libero is number 0, Courtney Foucault.
Assisted by David Strunk.
The head coach for Arooshie in his 8th year is head coach Aaron Watkins, assisted by David Strunk. Well, we have our starters done. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. If it ain't Chunky Bob's Pizza, it's not pizza. And the Houston Wildcats, you know, looking at them, are 4-11 overall. It's to limit the Raiders' runs here. Play mistake-free volleyball and stay in system. For the Arooshie Raiders, it's a good first touch. Get out to a good lead early and play overall from first point to the last point, good volleyball. You want to be able, in this kind of tough stretch they're going through, probably the toughest stretch of their year, where they face some frontline competition. You know, just stay poised, and an 8-6 record, pretty solid for a young team. You know, sitting at 5-3 in the county, pretty solid considering their 3 losses have been to the top 2 teams in Jackson Center twice and the Fort Laramie Redskins. Redskins considered one of the favorites to make the state tournament at the Nutter Center in November, and then you got Jackson, who is going to contend for a district title, definitely, or probably be in the regional conversation. The Raiders are in that conversation again to win another district title. They've rattled off a pretty impressive 6 straight district titles under Coach Watkins. Hadn't been able to make it to the state tournament. They were able to make it to the regional finals in 2019 and 2020 before they lost to Fort Laramie and New Bremen in back-to-back years. And the other 4 of those years they won that district title, they fell in the semi-game to various teams, a couple of those including Fort Laramie and Jackson Center. So as we get underway here, the Houston Wildcats will serve. Ella Krim will do the serving duties for Houston, and we are underway. A knuckleball serve picked up by Ronnie Poling in the back row. Emma Dayport going to go outside to Hazel Francis. The Wildcats pick it up. Ball goes in the middle. Carly Scott puts it down. And Carly Scott puts it down for the Raiders. Starts off the scoring on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Scott gets the kill, she gets the serve, and Winter handles it in the back row. Duncan handles it at the net. Tip picked up by the Raiders, but I think Houston's over the center line. Yeah, the up judge is gonna reverse call. And the up judge, Coach Strunk's telling, and the down judge there Did not communicate with the up judge. Coach Strunk was trying to tell him that. And the Raiders get the point there. Our officials tonight, John Purton and Dave Benfield. As service long, line judges Matt Shappy and Bart Dosek. Serve out, and it goes in the hallway. Violet Armstrong going to come in for the Raiders. Coach Watkins changing some things around. He's got a couple freshmen that make an impact at some point for the Raiders. An attack air in the back row there by number 27, Addie Mowry. Seniors on the team for Houston: Katie Meyer, Kayla Winter, Ella Krim, and Emma Duncan. Ella Duncan. Dave Horst that's outside, picked up, goes over to Katie Meyer. Flippo digs it out in the back row. Pulling in the middle, and did not get a good angle on that hit, and it sails it long for the Wildcat point. It's 4-2. Cheyenne Stengel, 5'2" junior, going to come into the serving duties here for Lexi Hardings. Stengel hits it short. Nice play by Armstrong. Nice athletic play to go get it. Daypor in the middle. Pulling gets it. Pulling puts it down and gets her first kill of the match. Courtney Flippo in the back row. It's a 5-2 Raider advantage here as Flippo gets to go from the up judge. Flippo the libero serves at about 5 foot. Meyer hits it over. Dug out. Daypor going to be called for a lift as it crest and hit that palm. They're just making a little change here. They're going to Daypor setting here. Ava Gibson did a lot of the setting duties in the early part of the season. And I'm sure you'll see her featured in the offense at some point. Ronnie Poling does some setting at some times as well for the Raiders as Katie Meyer back to serve off the hands of Armstrong. Nobody communicates and gets the third hit for the Raiders. And it's 5-4. Meyer back in the serve. Armstrong gets it over to Daypor. Back to Poling, who hits it in. Ronnie Poling leading the Shelby County Athletic League in kills. Will definitely be up there for Shelby County League Player of the Year voting. There are quite a few good players in Summer Hoying, and as well as Jenna Barhorst and also McKinley Reichert, and there's a net violation there. They're going to call that on number 20, number 7, Lauren Meyer. No, I don't know who they called that on. Oh, they did call number 27, Addie Mowry. And that served to not get the tip of the tape right there. Point and go to the way of the Wildcats. As Duncombe will come in the back row. She shoots, she serves, picked up by Poling. Out to Daypor. And off the tape, and Celeste Borchers gets that to go down. Been really impressed by the play of Celeste Borchers. She played really well in that 4-set loss to Jackson last week. I called, and Emma Molenkamp coming in. See, playing that defensive role on the front line for the Raiders, the juniors. Meyer sets to the outside, off the blockers, back to the Houston side. They block. Off Scott. Nice play by the Raiders. They're just going to have to free ball it over, though. Meyer goes to the outside to Mowry. Sorry, that was Olivia Burks with the kill. And Houston's got their first kill of the match. Addie Mowry, your first kill. Kayla Winter in to serve. Poling can't handle that, and that's going to be an ace. Winter with the ace there, the first ace of the match. And it's 8-7 now. Raiders ahead of Houston. They're looking to tie. Wildcats did get a win last night against Franklin Monroe, and that's going to be a Raider in the net. They're going to go against Emma Daypor. Pulling plays it. They're struggling to communicate a little bit here. Meyer goes in the middle, and that's going to be a lift. Tried to find Hardings there. And Celeste Borchers is down. And hopefully she's all right. We're going to step aside here next on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our four-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, and just a rolled ankle, hopefully the worst of it for Celeste Borchers. I just talked about her splendid play as of late. First thing you see someone down, like especially a freshman, you hope it's not a knee, not a knee, not a knee is what you're thinking. You know, you always think of something like an ACL tear or a meniscus tear or something like that. And kind of walking gingerly on that ankle, so maybe just a rolled ankle or something. Hopefully for Borchers, hopefully she's all right. As the Raiders are going to have to reset their rotation for what's going on here. And Samantha Bell, the senior, is going to come in for Russia. And Bell searches that back corner. Harding's going to go after it. Picked up Francis. Raiders struggling in communication here a little bit in this first set. Wildcats go back. Hardings hits it back over to the Houston side. At the net, picked up Poling. Dayport going to set and go in the middle to Poling. To Scott, and it's picked up. Miscommunication by Houston, and that ball's going to drop for a Raider point. So back behind the line, the southpaw throws the ball up in the air and serves. Ball rolling around. Duncombe going to come hit it, and it's going to be an attack there. 11-8 our score now. Bell will toss it up. And Houston's got it. Meyer back over to Hardings. Hardings blocked back on the Raiders' side. Blocked back by Molenkamp, but it's going to be a kill there for Olivia Burks. Our score. Flippo over to Poling. For the Hardings off the blockers, back to the Houston side. Flippo back to Dayport. Scott gets the kill. Carly Scott with her second kill. Hardings. Dayport, a Poling, tried to shoot it over the Houston defense, but just got too much of it. It's a good idea, but it went long. An attack error on Poling as Burks goes back to serve. It's 12-10. Ruscietta, Houston on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Poling in the middle. She was not going to be denied on that one. And that's her third kill. Violet Armstrong comes back in for Emma Molenkamp. So not see Celeste Borchers on the bench. We're going to be athletic trainer in the hallway. hopefully all right. As Violet Armstrong serves in the net. Ball served by Cheyenne Stengel. Armstrong handles it over to Daypor. Back row attack by Scott is long. Stengel serves it. It's popped up. Daypor tries to wrap it around to Poling. Denied at the net. Poling hits it back to Scott. Poling beautifully set by Scott. Didn't get a good angle on it. That's going to be an attack error on Mowry. And Samantha Bell going to rotate in for Hazel Francis. Will play the front row. It's a senior laden front line for the Raiders with Ronnie Poling, Emma Daypor, and Samantha Bell. And miscommunication on that between Duncombe and Stengel. And Courtney Flippo. It's the first Raider ace of the match. Each team with an ace so far. 15-12, Duncombe picks it up in the back row. Kayla Winter out in that left front. Ball picked up by Flippo. Myers sends it back over. Myers sends that overpass, and that overpass is usually deadly. Katie Meyer leads the House in attack at 2.8 kills a set, and she gets the kill, she gets the serve. Over to Scott. Smith Bell with a flat-footed attack. Ball miscued on the return. Ronnie Poling the serve. She'll hit it flat-footed. Just crisp over the net for an ace. Ronnie Poling with her first ace of the match. 17-13. Poling gets to go from the up judge. Raiders with a 4-point lead here. Thompson try not to let the Raiders get away. They're going to be out of system. And hit it long. See if Coach Lauren Vagatus wants to use a timeout. She's signaling that she does. Want to use a precision strip timeout in this situation and not let this game get away from her Wildcats. We'd like to thank our additional sponsors on here. They're Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Shooterman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio, NK Telco Sports, and its sponsors. And are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. You can catch the replays of this game tomorrow. It's Wednesday, September 27th at 5:30 p.m. and on Channel 3 or on HD on Channel 503 on October 9th at 8 p.m. and October 11th also at 8 p.m. You can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. You can catch our full archive of all our schools here on our YouTube channel. Our schools that are our key motion schools are Russia, Jackson Center, Botkins, and Sydney. Also New Knoxville, New Bremen, and Minster as well. Our other schools include Anna, Fort Laramie, Marion Local as well, and also Ohio Northern as well here on NK Sports. All Russia home games this year are brought to you by our Key Motion camera. Glad that you can join us through that. And we're going to use that Key Motion camera to bring you all Russia boys and girls basketball throughout the winter as a double hits call. Raiders coming off an exciting girls basketball season where they won another district title. The Russia Raider boys coming off their second school appearance, or their second appearance at the state basketball tournament in school history. It should be another fun year for Raider basketball. I'm going to stick around for that later in a couple months. But right now it's volleyball season in the thick of it. Going through the second round of the double round robin in the Shelby County Athletic League, and that ball sent into the net there by Aubrey Johnston. out the precision strip timeout. It's a 20-13 Raider lead as they're starting to pull away. Celeste Borchers went down with an undisclosed injury. I think it's to an ankle. And it's miscommunication on the Houston back line, and an ace falls for Ronnie Poling. Raiders serve game starting to get a little bit to Houston. You talk to so many coaches, they emphasize that first touch as a lot of what they need to fix or what they need to do right. Bell goes on 2. And that's mishit by Houston. Some lackadaisical Wildcat errors are letting the Raiders pull away, and they're 3 points away from taking this in set number 1. Ronnie Poling hit it flat-footed. You'll see her do that jump serve sometimes. Winner attacks from the middle. Dug out by Flippo. Dayport over to Scott, off the blockers and down. Carly Scott with her 3rd kill, tying her with Ronnie Poling for the team high. Those two with 3 kills. Wildcats only have 3 kills total in the first set. As Poling back to serve. Winner over to Katie Meyer, doing a lot of the setting duties here. Bell on the attack, blocked back by the Houston defense. That's Kayla Winner. Will be credited with that block. First termination block of the game there by Kayla Winner. Not a crisp first pass there. Dayport had to do something with it, got it back over to the Houston side. Set back over. Raiders going to go on 2. Nice hit by Scott. Hit back over to the Raiders side. Dug out nicely by the Wildcats and Duncombe. Meyer going to play a little pass with the Raiders. Back over to Samantha Bell. That ball touched. And Flippo tried to dig it out. There's a Houston point. Duncombe still back to serve. 23-15 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Not handled crisply there by the Raiders. Bell will free ball it over. Poling can't handle it. That's going to be a kill there. And number 26, Olivia Burks. This Houston player with multiple kills. Duncombe back to serve, and it'll be handled by Flippo. Raiders in system, back row attack by Poling. Gonna have to play it light so she didn't jump over the line, and it works just as good anyway. Set point for the Raiders. Emma Mullenkamp will rotate in and play in the front row for Violet Armstrong. Armstrong getting some more varsity action, and Celeste Borchers comes out on crutches. Her ankle heavily wrapped. That ball sails long. Kayla Winner in to serve. And Winner sends it long. 25-17 our score here. Rushi Raiders win set 1. And we'll step aside. Come back with the second set of girls varsity volleyball here next on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, beginning of the second set of volleyball between the Rushi Raiders and the Houston Wildcats. The Raiders took set one 25-17. And the Raiders back and forth there with the Cats there early on. And, they end up pulling away there. In the case of some serving there. Take a look there in the first set stats. 4 kills for Ronnie Pulling, 2 aces, 3 aces from Carly Scott. Celeste Borchers, only the Raider to record a kill. And for Lucy, Scott starts the set with the service there. Olivia Burks with 2 kills for Houston, 1 from Katie Meyer and 1 from Addie Mowry. Ball sailed long there. Violet Armstrong to serve. Attack off back to the Houston side. Meyer will free ball it over. Hazel Francis will pick it up. Goes back to Francis. Does Emma Daypor, and Houston cannot track it down. Hazel Francis, the 4th different Raider to record a kill tonight. Meyer flying the power. The Raiders pick it up. Pulling will free ball it over. Wildcats just get it over. Daypor on the wraparound slide play to Pulling. Great set, great execution. And when you run that right, like I said, that slide play, that is very tough to execute for a blocker. It shifts the eyes of that defense, and it goes down for a kill. Armstrong, the serve, found a great spot. Violet Armstrong with the ace. Now the Raiders have rattled off 4 straight after Houston got the first point of the set. Armstrong's 4th serve in a row, handled by the Wildcats. Harding in the middle, dug out. It's going to be in the net on the Raiders. That's going to be on Ronnie Pulling. As our officials signal that. Houston powers one right in the net. Flippo serve, picked up by Duncombe. Meyer gonna play it short, hit back over by Pulling, and it's gonna go out of bounds. Point Raiders at 6-2. Flippo back to serve. Prim goes outside, and that's going to be a kill for Addie Mowry. That's her 2nd. Saws the Raider lead to 3 as Cheyenne Stingle will come in for Lexi Hardings. Armstrong on the serve receive to the senior Emma Daypor to Ronnie Pulling. Back over on the Raiders' side. Can they free ball it over? Yes, Meyer will play it. Ball hit back to Meyer out the left front. Dug out by Scott. Back over to Mullenkamp. Daypor sets. They fake him out to Mullenkamp. There's a Raider in the net. No, a Wildcat was in the net. And that's going to be a kill for Emma Mullenkamp. Pulling, giving the go. She's going to hit it flat-footed. Has been an effective server in the first set with 2 aces. Wildcats going to have to hit it flat-footed, and it just worked. Man, it missed the hand of Carly Scott. That's going to be a kill for Katie Meyer. Rotation coming in for the Wildcats. And 13, Aubrey Johnston going to come in as Katie Meyer on the baseline here. Getting ready to toss it up here. Nice in the back row by Flippo. Left front, Scott goes back, Stengel digs it out, and Houston is going to be called for 4 hits. We get that second hit very crisp. And Samantha Bell going to rotate back in for the Raiders. And that's going to be a lift called on Meyer. The way that ball rotated. Tell it's not always, just, what they see with the palm. They look at the rotation of that ball, and that can be a giveaway sometimes to the official to signal that lift or double hit. And served by Daypor. House is going to have to hit it flat-footed. Pulling. Have a nice second hit out to Carly Scott, and Scott will get the kill. And those are plays, when you don't get a clean, crisp first touch, a play like that where you can bump it over to a player like that and get a kill on it, man, it makes you good. Last year's New Bremen team could do that really well. Just have plays like that where you don't get a crisp first touch, and then you're just able to, punch it and get a good look just like that. And that's going to be a kill for Scott. Man, the Raiders execute those past 2 plays. When you don't get a clean, crisp first touch right there, and you can get a kill out of that, that's what makes average teams great teams right there. And we got a precision strip timeout by Coach Vagadis. We'll take it with them. Our score, Russia 11, Houston 4. We'll be back here next on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, out the precision strip timeout. The Russia Raiders with a 7-point advantage over the Houston Wildcats, and that ball just needed a little more mustard there from Emma Daypor to get over, but doesn't quite make it over, and that's a point for the Houston Wildcats. It's an 11-5 Russia advantage. And the Daypor sets in the middle to Kayla Winter. And the Winner with her second solo block. Houston's showing some fire out the timeout and grabbing 2 points. Duncombe back in the serve. Back over down to Mullenkamp. Get back over on the Raiders' side. Mullenkamp will not be denied for that one as she just dumps that one down, and it's a 12-5 Raider lead as Hazel Francis will check in. And Ava Gibson as well to do some serving duties. Her first action of the ball game. Gibson will probably do some setting duties as well. In the middle, sent long there by Aubrey Johnston. Served by Gibson, but the Wildcats just get it over. Bell, right side, attacking down. Samantha Bell with her first kill of the game. Off that right front position. You can do that, when you're a lefty. Like that. And Gibson gonna get the ace. Again, back to serve, 15-5 Raider lead. Served by the Wildcats. It's hit out the left front, and a powerful hit there by Olivia Burks. 13-high, third kill. Rotations coming in, back in for the Wildcats is Lexi Hardings. And in for the Raiders, Emma Mullenkamp. Gonna go out, and Ava Gibson gonna go out. Courtney Football Hazel Francis and Guys, Hush Borchers hurt in that first set. Her foot wrapped, and there's going to be a, I had my eyes off that play. I don't know if it was a rotation or if they were over the line. My apologies there, but Sus Borchers fell down awkwardly and walked gingerly off as Scott Fireside in the net. Walked off gingerly. And she hopefully is all right. She's on the bench 13. Something with an ankle. Daypor outside to Samantha Bell off the blockers, but Houston able to pick it up, but they can't get a crisp third hit over. And Houston's second touch at time, this has been a problem. As Violet Armstrong will come in. As Bell will check out. A nice fake by Houston to bring two hitters. The ball I don't think ever cleared the Raiders' side, but pulling going to be credited with a kill. Her game high 6. 18-8 Russia on that First National Bank Pink first scoreboard. They won set 125-17. Here in set 2. Scott will set out to Hazel Francis. Ball's picked up, goes out to Katie Meyer. In the back corner, picked up perfectly by Flippo. Back over to Pulling. They tried to wrap around. Not a great angle there by Ronnie. It's 18-9. Daypor. Back over to Pulling and nicely tucked in. That ball's had a good angle. They had everywhere covered, and Pulling just hit it in that one crease they weren't in. Man, she is one fantastic player to watch. She'll be one that will definitely be a first-team All-County selection. If I had a vote, she would be a part of it. I'm sure most coaches know that as well. Lexi Hardings with the flat-footed attack. That goes back over to Violet Armstrong, and that's blocked down on the Raiders side. Lexi Hardings with the block. And that's one place the Wildcats have outpaced the Raiders. They have 3 solo termination blocks. The Raiders have yet to record one, so they've had at times they've had better net presence than the Raiders. Cheyenne Stengel back to serve. They pour over to Poling. Picked up. Out, and that's going to be a kill there. And crosses Addie Mowry. Daypor, over to Mullenkamp. And I think that hit the floor. They're going to call it long. It rolled up off the floor, but as they say, a ball don't lie, and it's a Raider point anyway. Raiders crossed the 20-point threshold. Ball goes over to Meyer. Meyer with the short attack. Nice play by Flipper to keep it alive. It's an overpass over to Carly Scott. Trades of overpasses results in an easy kill for Scott. Tied with the game high 6. Wildcats just get it over on 3. Scott with the attack, and that's down. Easy does it for Carly Scott. Raiders doubling up the Cats 22-11 here, trying to take set number 2 here and put the Wildcats in a tough deficit. Pulling the serve, and Stengel watches it fly out. McKenna Vanden, who will come in, who saw time in that JV game earlier. Raiders won that JV game 25-18, 25-18 for those who did not tune in for that match that we aired here on NK Toko. Scott, attack is just in. It's called by the line judge there. That's the game high 8th kill for Cardley. Sister Ashley, second all-time in Rushi kills, one of only 2 Rushi girls actually over the 1,000 kill threshold, along with last year graduate Kate Sherman, who holds the all-time mark. London Hubel hits it long, and we talked about it multiple times as this brings up set point how Coach Aaron Watkins, and you take a look at that board, that record board, and Aaron Watkins' coach teams are littered all over it. What a job he's done in keeping consistency to the Raider program. The all-time Raider leading coaches. Raiders are celebrating their 50th year of volleyball, and the Wildcats cannot handle that ball right there. It's a 25-12 Raider domination there in the second set. We'll step aside, come back to the third set here next on NK Toko Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back here to NK Toko Sports, beginning of the third set here. Nice, Brendan Coburn. Glad you can join us here on NK Toko Sports. And Houston going to start out with the first point of this set, trying to stay alive and avoid a straight set sweep by the Raiders. They're going to set to the right front to Scott. Luckily for her, that tipped the tape, because if it didn't, that was going to sail long and be a Houston point. But good thing for the Raiders. That did not happen. A kill for Carly Scott. Ball played by Meyer. It's an overpass, and again, they guess that ball hit the net, because I don't know if that would have been a kill for Poling there either. Raiders get back-to-back points after Wildcats take the very first point of set 3. Scott serves, it goes back over. And it's going to be in the net on the follow-through there by Burks. It's going to be a Raider point. She had a good attack on it, but did not fall through. And Scott with a good serve and not a crisp first pass, and that's an ace for Carly. Well, mishandled by Houston. Should have probably been a double hit. He miscalled. Raiders get the point anyway off of Ronnie pulling up. Ball went right through the wickets of Kayla Winter. Hit her hand and hit her face. That constitutes a double hit. 2 hits. Miscalled there. That ball would have went straight back otherwise. Nonetheless, a Raider point. Meyer out the left front, trying to play the short game. Picked up over to Hazel Francis. Ball's going to go back to Francis out the left front. Dug out by Winter. And they aren't able to get a second hit on it. Goes outside the candy cane antenna. That's the second kill for Hazel Francis. Carly Scott the service. Raiders have rattled off 6 straight. Nice play by Meyer to get a good first touch. Hardings comes across, and nobody going to be able to get there. And that's where the Raider run stops for Lexi Hardings. Her first kill of the match, the 4th different Wildcat to get a kill. Burks back to serve. And that's going to be an overpass by Scott, but Hardings can't execute. He was tight at the net. got our rotations coming in. Samantha Bell going to come out. Violet Armstrong going to come in and play that back row. Just off the tape. Nice play by Houston to keep it alive. Dayport, the set going to go on 2, and Emma Dayport records the kill. Seven different Raiders have recorded a kill now. As the setter Dayport gets one. Raiders have not gone on 2 a lot. See last year's setter Maya Manu do that quite frequently. Not as much. The Raiders setters do it this year as Katie Meyer with the soft touch gets her 3rd kill. Now our score is 8-3, and here comes Cheyenne Stengel in to serve for Houston. Stengel, there we go. Over to Violet Armstrong. To the left front, Hazel Francis takes it off it. And Francis, her 2nd kill of the set, and she gets the kill and gets rewarded with a little breather as Emma Molenkamp will come into play as front row. A defensive specialist in that front row with her height and her body frame. The winner off the net. Can Dayport get there? Yes. Molenkamp got hit it flat-footed, dug out by Stengel. But Prim cannot get there for the 2nd one, and that's going to be a Raider point. Raiders crossed that 10-point threshold, and Coach Lauren Vagadis wants a precision script timeout here. And again, we would like to thank our sponsors. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwieterman, Beckman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza, timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game is NK Telco, which I'll bring to you at the end of the game. Our Rushi Live View sponsor is Superior Aluminum. Let's like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. Catch replays of this game on Channel 156, September 27th at 5:30 p.m. or on Channel 3 on HD on Channel 503 at October 9th at 8 p.m. and October 11th. Let's watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and then nktelco.com/sports. Got the precision strip timeout. The Raiders hold a 10-3 advantage here in set 3. They won the first set 25-18, won the second set 25-12. Looking to sweep the Wildcats. Wildcats have yet to win a league game in the Shelby County Athletic League and are in danger of falling to 0-9 as we're going to be halfway through the double round robin that the Shelby County runs, playing everyone twice. The Three Rivers Conference does that as well. The league with Covington and Lehman in it. And Houston was not crisp on that 2nd touch. That's one thing they really struggle with setting or just not really getting the crisp 2nd touch. We always talk about the first touch, but the 2nd touch Houston struggled with here tonight. And that's going to be an ace for Whitney football. Raiders hold a 10-point advantage. And again, like we said multiple times, this is the 50th year of Rushi Volleyball, the last season of Rushi Volleyball, varsity volleyball that will be played in the Claire C. DeVoe Gymnasium. That's Ronnie pulling on the attack. Go to the Raiders' side. Dayport, Violet Armstrong back row attack, and there's a touch. Violet Armstrong with a nice back row attack, and the Raiders get a point. And football gets the tip of the tape. Raiders flexing their muscle this set, and that's Flippo's 3rd ace. Rushi ahead, 15-3 on that first National Bank first scoreboard, and communication airs galore here for Houston. Here, and we're going to have a change in the back row here. Keaton Turner will come in the game. Played libero in that JV game as in the serve, and more miscommunication by Houston. And Raiders go back to Poling, and Poling slams it down. It's got double-digit kills now. Also back over to Winner out the left front. That ball did not cross. And another timeout by Houston. Again, all timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll step aside. Russia ahead of Houston, 18-3. We'll be back here next on KTOK Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here on KTOK Sports, it's an 18-3 Raider edge over the Houston Wildcats. The Raiders looking to sweep the Houston Wildcats here in straight sets. And Kayla Winner gets that ball to fall. Kayla Winner with her first kill. And a long run there, stopped, and a much-needed point for the Wildcats. Emma Mullenkamp takes something off that, and it falls in between a handful of Wildcats. Two members here, Setter Daypor, and the one who got the kill there, Emma Mullenkamp. Ella Flippo going to come in to serve for Russia. Ball goes to Winner in the middle, and it's sent long, and the Raiders at 20 points now. Raiders looking to close this thing out as Ella Flippo back in to serve. That ball sent long. It's 21-4, and the Raiders really pouring it on here. In the serve game, hitting. And that's mishandled. Ella Flippo, the ace. Flippo, good serve, but dug out nicely there by Keaton Turner. It goes out to Ava Gibson, who will have a rare attack. Ball in the middle, Mullenkamp off the blocker and down. And the Mullenkamp now with 4 kills. One of her higher kill games. She's usually, will chip in about 2 or 3 kills, but mostly in for defense. Raiders, although dominating and going to take this in 3, as that ball goes out and sets up match point, do not have a termination block at all tonight. So interesting thing there, but the Raiders here now at match point. It's 24-4. And Ella Flippo cannot quite finish it off. The Wildcats get to 5 points, and Duncombe will go back to serve. Flippo on the serve receive, back over to Daypor in the middle to Mullenkamp. Wildcats keep their game hopes alive. Turner will free ball it over. Daypor, Gibson out the left front, will send it long. Back over to the Houston side. They cannot get a clean second touch. And that's your ball game. The Raiders take it in straight sets over the Houston Wildcats, 25-17, 25-12, and 25-6. We'll take a moment, wrap up our final numbers, and bring you the post game here next on NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, the Russia Raiders with a straight set victory over the Houston Wildcats. And taking a look at these final numbers, the Russia Raiders dominant here tonight. We'll take a look first at the numbers for Houston. They had 11 kills. They had a 1 ace that came back in the first set and 3 total blocks. They were led Addie Mowry, Olivia Burks, and Katie Meyer had 3 kills each and a kill apiece for Olivia Hardings and Kayla Winner. For Russia, they had 30 kills. They had 9 aces and no blocks reported tonight. Carly Scott had 9 kills. Ronnie Poling with 10. Celeste Borchers had 1. Came out with an injury. We're thinking she's okay, but you never know. And 3 kills for Hazel Francis, 4 for Emma Molenkamp, 1 for Violet Armstrong, 1 for Samantha Bell, 1 for Emma Dayport. The aces, 3 for Courtney Flippo, 2 for Ronnie Poling, 1 for Carly Scott, Violet Armstrong, and Ava Gibson and Ella Flippo as well. So the Raiders, pretty well from start to finish. Did a nice job here tonight. They get a straight set victory over the Houston Wildcats. Looked solid really from start to finish, and got the job done. And they moved to 6-3 as they're really kind of pacing in about 3rd place for the Shelby County Athletic League. They'll be back in action in a tri-match in Kalida this weekend, and Houston falls to 4-12 and 0-9 overall in the Shelby County Athletic League. Before we head out here tonight, I'd like to name our NK Telco player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco. And for the Raiders, that's going to go to Courtney Flippo. You could always go with the obvious ones, the Polings, the Scotts. But the liberos don't really get the same love that an outside hitter maybe would, and Courtney Flippo played a really nice game from a defensive perspective, had 3 aces as well for the Raiders to lead them tonight. Was the only player with at least 3 aces tonight. So she gets credit for our NK Telco player of the game. Congratulations to sophomore Courtney Flippo. So for the final time here tonight, the Russia Raiders defeat the Houston Wildcats 25-17, 25-12, 25-6. We'd like to thank our producer back at the station, Austin Ambergy. I'm Brandon Coverman, saying we'll see you here next time on NK Telco Sports.